I have a friend whose niece, I think it's no, not niece. No, yeah. Wait, no, cousin. No, yeah, they're cousins. I have a friend whose cousin is like, I don't know, almost 9 years old, I think, or 8. Oh my god. One time they invited me to her birthday party because they know that I love free food, and they're like, "Hey Anna, you want to come to my cousin's birthday? She's 8 and not a lot of her friends can come this year because, you know, of the pandemic." And she's like, since you're like my friend and I know you're vaccinated, we're trying to get as much people as possible, so you want to come to her birthday party? And I'm like, yes, of course. I love cake. I mean, yes, I will come for your cousin, for the little girl's dreams. I went to that birthday party, and I guess like I was kind of like the only girl that was kind of closest to her age, and I was just like, she got so obsessed with me, and she was like, "Hi, what's your name?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm Enna. What's your name?" And then just like, I'm just gonna give her a random name so I don't dox her. Let's call her Isabel, okay? That's not her real name, but she's like, "Hi, I'm Isabel and I love unicorns." And I'm just like, shit. I was like, oh no, I gotta go. I brought like my 3 Tupperwares for all the food. I was ready to eat. This kid comes to me and is like, "I want to play unicorns with you." And I was like, "Oh, can we play after we eat? Because I didn't eat any breakfast." And she's like, "I want to play unicorn." And I was like, okay, we will play. Okay, you want me to get on my knees? Okay, I'll do that. It's like, no, I have unicorn dolls that we can play. I'm not asking you to be a unicorn. And I was like, oh, okay. I spent too much time on the internet. And then so like, her room was upstairs, so she fucking held me captive. Everybody else was downstairs having food because it's a birthday. And then she was just like, "You can be the pink one and I'll be the blue one." And I was like, "I want to be the blue unicorn." It's like, "I want the blue one because it's my birthday." And I was like, "Okay, you don't have to yell at me." I was so scared. And then, you know, she'd be like, "Okay, now we're gonna role play. You're the unicorn mommy and I'm the unicorn daughter." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, you know, I start doing my role-playing mommy like, "Honey, it's time to go downstairs and eat food because it's somebody's special birthday." And then this girl goes, "No! We're going to the beach!" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I mean we're going to the beach right now. Let's go, honey. Let's get in the car." Oh my, I was sweating my ass out. I don't know who this kid is. This is my first time meeting her. She just saw me and she's like, "Oh my god, I want to play with you." I was like, "No, I want to eat." Thankfully, her mother came upstairs and she's like, "Isabel, are you being mean to Enna?" And I looked at her mom like, "Ah!" And then she's like, "Enna, would you like to come downstairs and have some food?" And I was like, "Yes." So finally we came down because everybody was like fucking low-key shaming the daughter for like kidnapping me and keeping me hostage in her room. So this kid didn't have any interest in food besides the birthday cake because it was literally made out of like rainbows and unicorns, which was all sugar. So she's like, "I want to eat the cake." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, we gotta wait till everybody's here so that we can all eat the cake together." And she's like, "But it's my birthday." And I was like, "Well, you know, when you like everybody to be present so that they can sing you happy birthday." And then I, you know, I was trying to be convincing. I was like, "If you wait for everybody, they probably have gifts for you, but if you don't wait for them, they're gonna be really sad and they might hide their gift." And then this fucking kid goes, "You know I'm 9 years old, right? Things like that don't work on me anymore." I'm like, "When I was 9 years old, hold on. If I was like, okay, look, kid, I know you're 9 years old, but I've lived 3 lives. Don't fucking push me. I'm being nice. It's your birthday. If you don't fucking behave, I'm gonna fucking eat all your cake, okay? I have 3 Tupperwares. I'm gonna take your cake home." So I was like, you know, you need to be nice. You can't do that. Okay, I'm saying this because I'm older than you, and you're being a bitch. You're being a bitch. So like she listened, and then when everybody came for her birthday, she did this really stupid thing. Finally, oh my god. And I was just like, Isabel, that's really not necessary. And this girl goes, oh, I want the biggest slice of cake. And I was like, you know, that's a lot of sugar, and you're probably not gonna be able to eat it, right? And she's like, I want the big slice. And I was like, okay, all right, we're gonna give you the big slice, okay? This kid takes like 4 bites, and then she makes like this most disgusted face ever. She goes like, oh, I don't feel so good. I was just, oh, I love kids. They're so fucking funny. Oh my, I want to slap her so bad. I'm like, oh, you are so bad. You are so bad. Oh my goodness. And then like when the present opening time came, this girl like, it's basically like the fucking corgi. She's like, and then like when I used to open presents as a kid, I would feel so bad opening up the presents if they were wrapped, and I would try to like untape them and just like, because we could still reuse the paper technically for like Christmas or something. But this kid, we hand her first present, she just fucking rips it, almost like she's just like ripping it. She doesn't even have nails, and she's like ripping that shit, and I'm just like, okay. I'm looking at the parents like, what did you raise? What did you raise this monster? How could you look at her and smile? They were, the parents were just like, oh, Isabel, she's so happy. And then meanwhile, I'm panning over to the kid, and she's like, oh my god, unicorn! Oh, how did you know? I was like, oh, I want to go home. I was like, you know, the thing is like, I wasn't initially invited because this is like my friend's cousin and nobody really knew me. So I didn't bring a present. I just brought like some food, like drinks and stuff. So then the girl, so the birthday girl, Isabel, comes to me and she's like, so where's your present? And I was like, I am the present. I played with you and I brought food and my amazing energy. And this fucking kid starts bawling her eyes out like, you didn't get me a present. I'm like, I just met you today. I didn't even know if you were a girl or a boy or an alien or I didn't know. This fucker like bawls her eyes out, and everybody's just like, oh, what happened? And I look so bad. I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know the age range of your child, so I wasn't sure what to bring. So instead of bringing a present, I just brought food. And it seems that she's quite upset that I didn't bring her a specific gift. And the mom was like, Isabel, you just met Enna today. She'll bring you a present next year, okay? And I was like, I'm not coming next year, woman, you fucker. I'm not gonna come next year. I don't care if you turn 15, 18, 24. I'm not coming anymore. Goodbye. This is your gift. Your gift is your one time in your life meeting me. Bye. Oh my god, I was so mad at my friend. I was like, bro, that was not worth the 3 Tupperwares of food. Nope, it was not. And you know, my friend, he was laughing so hard. He's like, yeah, I knew he would want to play. She would want to play with you. And I was like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Oh, I'm so scared of my trauma. Oh my god. We played an hour of Unicorn. When I was her age, I didn't even fucking like unicorns. I don't like unicorn. I don't dislike them, but you know, I don't love them. They're like a horse with the cone on their head. There's nothing, I don't know. I like Lego and dinosaurs. And I like, you know, those scribbly things where you draw and then you shake it and it disappears. I love that shit. I don't know what's wrong with her. The unicorn is so boring. We roleplayed unicorn for 1 hour. Okay, that's like the equivalent to the Crybaby stream. Okay, imagine that long, but playing unicorn. Oh my, I was crying. Nobody came upstairs. Nobody came and was like, where's Enna? Not even my friend who invited me was like, where are you? Where are you? And nobody. I was forgotten. I was held captive for an hour. Oh my god.